Hello everyone and welcome back to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
I'm Shane.
We are back with Samurai Jack, Season 1, Episode 12, Jack and the Gangsters.
Yes.
Last time we watched Jack and the Scotsman.
Mm-hmm. It was a great one.
Do you remember anything?
Oh yeah. I mean, it introduced like a really cool, fun character that I certainly understand why people love that episode.
John DiMaggio.
Yeah. No, he was great. It was a funny episode. And I just love how they became pals at the end.
So I see you like the pipes, laddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Called him, you know, like a... What do you call him?
What, the pipes?
No, he'd call Jack like this diatribe.
Oh, he just launched the diatribe.
Someone wrote
We're
that.
in pajamas like my nanny.
Yeah. No, he was great. And the setting, the idea of being on this bridge that goes on for days, that was awesome. And of course, they teamed up at the end. It was good. It was good shit.
Over there with the swamp and the robot hillbillies.
Mm-hmm. Robot hillbillies.
You know, we talked about the alligator living at one point.
Yeah.
But then I remembered afterward the alligator got chopped in half. The green one.
Oh, okay. Well.
You know, we get a lot of things wrong on this channel. But we must be doing something right because maybe you are one of the ones that keep coming back.
Maybe you just want us to get something right.
And if you ain't, maybe you're keeping tabs. I don't know.
Maybe.
So.
No, it was one of my favorite episodes for sure. I really loved the previous one. And, I mean, there's just so many good ones. It's hard to pick, honestly.
That's definitely my favorite one.
Yeah, ever.
Maybe not ever. I mean, every episode he's in is pretty good. There's another one coming up later that might be my favorite one with him in it.
Okay.
But it's not for until a little later.
Okay. So, well.
With that, let's roll.
Yeah? Rico Benny Giordano. Got an idea.
Like a Canto bite. Do robots drink? Or are those not robots?
They're definitely robots.
Okay.
The guy on the piano.
Yeah. You remember when you and I went to Ryan's Steakhouse to exchange an envelope dressed all nice to make it look like we're conducting a business deal? Remember that?
I think I do, yeah. Legs that go on for days.
Yep. I keep waiting for it to subvert me though, like it's gonna be some man or something when it pans up, you know?
It's funny.
I think the 1960s. Or what? Tommy guns are like what?
Like
20s?
1940s.
Well, I was thinking of
30s, like 1930s, 20s.
She's still singing.
Must be part of the contract.
I guess.
Your guns blazing. Keep rolling, baby. Jesus.
Oh. Good move.
Nice and slow. That's right.
How the hell these people get the jump on him?
Come on, move it before we throw you out. Wait. Let him stay.
Aw, Shay.
It's okay. Let him go. See? No.
Yeah.
You know, we can
Who's
use
that based
like
off of?
you. We? Me and the boys. See? Stitches. Mr. Shine. Mr. Pibbles. And Knuckles.
You're
Well,
Knuckles.
actually, I'm
Knuckles?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Mr. Pibbles.
Ah!
Why, me and the boys, we sort of run things around this town. Know what I mean? Yeah. Say, how'd you like to... It's all right, you can put him down now. How'd you like to be a member of the most feared gang in the city, see?
What activities does your gang participate in? We, fix things. You are involved in crime.
Nah.
Now, did I say that?
So, a prima donna, eh? Get out of here, go on. Beat it, altar boy. Well, what are y'all standing around for? We got a delivery to make for Aku.
Do you mean the great and powerful Aku? Please, forgive me. I thought you were...
Small time?
Well, no,
Ah, so now Mr. Goody Two Sandals feels like talking, eh?
The art is so cool.
Okay, boy, we'll give you a shot. But you gotta pass a little test first, see?
Hey.
Yeah. You know, to prove you got the stomach for it. Now you tell them that the Society for the Preservation of Animal Love has sent a surprise gift. Yeah. That's a for the ongoing love of animals, see? Then you got about 20 seconds to hightail it out of there, and then it's bang. The gift that keeps on giving.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Well, kid, how'd it go?
It went exactly as planned. He never knew what hit him. You should not be concerned with any further payment problems with your clients.
Long before you was born, or I was born, or anybody was born, the Neptune jewel was kept inside this mountain, see? I don't know how she did it, but she beat our boss. And she summoned the forces of nature to guard it. Earth.
Damn.
Wind and fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. The
Yep.
band.
Earth,
Yep.
wind, and fire have guarded the jewel for centuries, see? No. It's been impossible for Aku to get his hands on it. And since the big boss himself couldn't close the deal, it's been centuries since anybody's even thought about it. So you see?
It's like the coolest episode, I think.
Try to swipe the Neptune
Good.
jewel. No. At least that's what I thought. The way you cleaned up them robot thugs back at the Blue Monkey made me think we're just nuts enough to pull this one off.
The Blue Monkey. Singing at the Blue Monkey last night. You was here, and you was smooching with my brother. How's he gonna beat these 3 elemental gods? What the hell would they have done without him?
They said they weren't going to do it.
Okay.
Now they're all women.
Yeah. She's a little more homely. I bet Earth's a freak. Shit. Oh.
You will not escape,
Come and get me.
insolent fool!
That's so funny. We created like a hurricane, basically. Oh.
Something.
Who dares to summon? Oh, it is you. Yes. You see,
Do you forget that you're forbidden to come here?
we really got something. Something big, see?
What can you possibly have that the almighty Aku cannot attain?
The Jewel of Neptune.
What? You cannot be the power to control all the water of the world.
Well, it wasn't easy, Master, but we got a little help from our newest member. Come on out, Jackie.
Jackie?
Actually, it's Jack.
What the heck is going on, man?
The sword!
Why is Jackie fighting the big boss, boss?
I don't know, see? But we better save Jackie before he ain't no more.
Surprised they want to save him. You figured they'd have a lot of self-interest. Oh!
We're looking out for a member of the gang.
Snake like I can be!
No tricks will save you this time, Aku.
Jesus.
Aku!
Easy there, Jackie boy.
What? Where am I? What happened? Can you believe this guy?
What happened, Jackie, is that we saved your life.
You what? I cannot believe this.
What's not to believe? We saved you like you saved us.
You do not understand. You must take me back immediately.
Aren't you listening, Jackie? We can't take you back. Aku would destroy you, see? Yeah. When we dragged you out, Aku's castle disappeared. Who knows where it'll pop up next?
What the hell were they thinking?
They thought that he was going to be in danger. Because to them, Aku's unbeatable.
Hey, what's all this about anyway? You got some kind of death wish or something?
I must return it to its proper place.
Let us do it. While all this crime business has suddenly put a bad taste in my mouth. Yeah. Yeah, we're going legit, see? Yeah. And for our first gig, we're going to return the jewel. Sucker.
Right up, get your water right here only. 500 smackers per ounce.
Get in like this.
That's what it does.
I really freaking like this episode.
It was good. It was
Yeah,
really
no,
good.
I really liked it. I just
Well, it had all the style, the atmosphere.
had the style, the atmosphere, the characters, and just him dressed up in that suit,
Yeah, Jackie the Blade.
and him like
the Blade, see?
honestly, him kind of like deceiving, like wanting to attain his goal so bad, he kind of doing something dishonest,
Yeah.
something that
Well, he was almost there too.
I imagine
He had Aku.
He did. He fucking had him. And this, I think the one after this is the finale for season 1 too.
Okay.
So, no, I just have so much to gush about. Like the art was beautiful, and just like
Or the whole atmosphere with the public works building or the utility building, whatever the fuck.
that really industrial look. I kept
It will
thinking.
also
Of,
remind me of Batman the Animated Series.
oh, okay, I
There's
can
all
see
the
that.
black and
Yeah,
the shading. Yeah.
I can see that. Like I was actually thinking of, for some reason, Uncharted. I was thinking of climbing like in I think the end of the first game. I don't know if you ever played them. They're pretty damn.
I never played Uncharted.
They're pretty damn sweet, but it's like a kind of Indiana Jones.
Never got to watch the show, but my understanding is the same animation studio produced it. Is the Big O?
That it is.
No, the Big O.
Yeah,
It's
the
an anime.
Yeah, I remember because it's one
It
of
was
the
on
first times.
Toonami, right?
Yeah, it's one of the first times I watched a show like an anime and thought, man, that girl's kind of hot.
Well, it was done by the same studio, I believe, that did Batman the Animated Series.
Oh, okay.
I never got to watch it. I didn't have Toonami.
Yeah.
But I've seen imagery from it. And it has kind of the same stark, dark
Okay.
imagery. That I know.
And I will say that it's been described as kind of like he's like a Batman type figure. He's rich, controls his vast fortune, except instead of being Batman, he's like in a big mech, the Big O.
He's Mech Man. Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yep.
They remind you of anything? Not that I expect you to know, but do they remind you of anything?
I mean, they remind me of a lot of things, but probably not the thing you're thinking of.
Probably not.
Okay.
Have you seen Disney's Hercules?
One time with you.
Yeah, we watched it at your dad's, and your dad bitched about it because the Hydra is CG animated. Like, why are they putting CG in cartoons nowadays?
My dad said that?
Yeah, it looks worse. And he looked at me for me to reciprocate that idea.
I don't think like he'd even know the damn difference.
He did.
He said CG?
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. I don't even remember that. I don't remember.
Or he may have just said computers, but I know he said CG or computers.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I don't remember the movie enough to... But I do remember the chick that he's in love with.
I just watched it the other day with the kids.
Isn't she
fuck
like...
was her
isn't
name?
she
Meg.
like-
Her name
Meg.
is
Isn't
Meg.
she like a... fucking turncoat, kind of?
Yeah, well, she owes her soul to Hades. Yeah. And he keeps using her, and finally she doesn't go along with it, and she almost dies, and
Okay.
etc.
Yeah, that's cool.
So she comes through in the end, I guess.
Yeah, the Earth chick kind of remind me of her.
Oh, the figure?
Yeah.
She does have a very, that striking figure
Very
that drew her.
striking feminine figure, yeah.
Well, they try to make her be that kind of,
And the hair. Or what
Yeah.
what would be the hair?
to get the guy's attention.
Remind me of Meg, yeah.
Sway up.
Yeah.
Well, the Titans from Hercules.
Okay.
There's one that's big and made out of rock. There's one that's made out of ice. One that's made out of wind. And one that's made out of lava.
All right.
There's also this big fat Cyclops guy, but
I remember that,
he doesn't seem to fit in. But yeah. Anyway, they kind of.
Do you have a favorite use of like the elements in nature being used for like superpowers or Power Rangers or Gundams or Captain Planet?
How would Gundam have anything to do?
I have no idea. I'm just throwing
Okay.
out all kinds of
Well,
nouns.
I think the best use of elemental powers has been Avatar.
Avatar's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I wasn't even thinking about that. And I got to throw Pokemon in there, even though it's a little different.
It's a little different.
Yeah. And I really love Ronin Warriors.
So I ain't seen it in so long. I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I really love that.
Captain Planet gets a big fuck no from me.
I don't think I've ever watched that.
It was on television back in the day when I only had like 2 channels when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But it ain't good.
What's it about? It's just protecting the planet?
About a mullet-wearing elemental superhero that gets formed from these rings that come together.
I remember that, but I don't... When does he come out?
I don't know. They apparently are fighting pollution or some shit. And then they... I don't know.
Does pollution have, this agency?
Maybe, what's his name? From Ferngully. Toxic love.
Oh, yeah.
Boiling grind. Acid rain. Fucking Tim Curry, man. Toxic love.
We used to sing that all the time.
We used to sing it to make fun of someone.
I remember.
Because we could see him singing the song.
I remember.
Gray Griffin
Okay.
plays the voice of the singer.
All right.
And she's from Invincible. She's Monster Girl.
Really?
Also, we have Larry Cedar, who's Mr. Pibbles, and Maurice LaMarche, who played the Brain in Pinky and the Brain. And he's also Aberdolf Linkler in Rick and Morty.
Well, shit fire.
He's the boss.
Shay.
Sorry?
And, okay, so, and he did a great job. I asked you this during the actual reaction. What's that from? I feel like it's so much in the, starts with an L, like the vernacular,
Well, the lingo. It's kind of, Jesus
Christ. It's so much into the lexicon.
Yeah.
That it's like I take it for granted. I have no idea what it's from or where it originated from. Probably some iconic mobster some movie I didn't watch.
I mean, it could be from back in the, what do you call him? What's his name? Frank Sinatra days and shit, but I don't think it was him. But those old era gangster films, but I couldn't tell you. I don't know who first started using it. Really don't know. It seems like an awful meticulous search to find out.
It probably does, yeah. So, who's your favorite of the 3 elemental monsters?
I already know what you're going to say.
Well, honestly, Earth was cool because the way she can basically fire those rock bullets. Mm-hmm. And just the
You know why. I already know why.
She got those
you started formulating why you liked her around the stunning figure that you seem to notice. Even though it was a big rock.
Yep.
But
okay, so
I guess if I had to pick one, it'd be the fire one.
Fire's cool. I thought the water didn't do much for me.
Water didn't get a good shot in. Just kind of got shot.
What's interesting is I feel like these elements are there to protect this sacred thing, and Jack violated that to accomplish his goal, and he also is dishonest.
He's desperate
with these guys. Yeah, we're getting towards the end, and I'm wondering if, as the show goes on, he becomes more desperate, or at least we have a downward trend in terms of his desperation. You know what I mean?
Well, you'll see.
Yeah, but
I mean, he gets through desperate times, and then he comes back.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if it'll be overall a downward trend.
The last season, I think you're really going to like.
Yeah.
His turn.
Okay. Yeah. I never have any complaints about the show. Love it. Love the art. This episode in particular, I think, had just some great character, cool music, like you said, style, and the fact that he was this close to taking out Aku. And I understand his mob buddies were trying to help him, but they fucked that up.
They did fuck it up. But
I don't know how when they're watching that.
What I really liked about this episode, though, is in the beginning when he's in the speakeasy, so to speak. Mm-hmm. He when that woman is singing and they're still fighting and she's singing over that.
Yep.
That was just a really cool atmosphere.
Yeah.
That was still going on. That's kind of one of the only times that happens in this show when you have somebody actually singing.
And the fact that you mentioned the speakeasy, and I was thinking of Prohibition, and first I was thinking of the 1960s, so I saw the Tommy guns, and then I kind of put her into the group, like of her singing and stuff like that on stage.
Because it wouldn't be the 60s, though. It'd be more like...
Well, that's what I was thinking. They made me think of like the 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like the Blue Monkey, it just made me think of Home Alone when he's watching there's some Angel of Death movies or whatever. And the old guy...
I know I can't remember what it's called now, but it's a fake movie.
Yeah,
it makes an appearance in Detective Pikachu.
Really?
Yeah, his dad has it on the television.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's like...
Say?
You was here, and you was smooching with my brother. They all singing at the Blue Monkey last night. And that's the only time, and it kind of evoked that same type of the period piece.
That might have pulled that from that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it is, and that's maybe what I'm thinking as well. Okay, I think that's all we got. You got anything else?
No, that about sums it up. The great imagery, the image of Jack when he's climbing up that side of the
It's just
utility
cool to
building.
see him in his suit, too.
It is.
Yeah.
Jackie the Blade. I like his harness for
He's
the
like-
sword when he has it under there. Instead of a gun, a rib holster, he's got like a fucking sword hanging in there.
Well, it reminded me of that movie we were talking about.
Only God Forgives.
Only God Forgives. It kind of reminded me of that imagery. And it kind of reminded me, there's some...
Yeah, I can see that.
It had Jared Leto. There's some like Netflix movie where he plays some Japanese gangster with a sword, and he's wearing a suit, and it's like the same thing.
Jared Leto does?
Yeah, I just saw the trailer.
Why is Leto a Japanese gangster with a sword in Japan?
He becomes part of the Yakuza or something. I have no idea what it's about. I just remember I heard that he was great, and it was a great fight, but I heard the story wasn't there or something. But no,
That's
just
kind of how Only God Forgives is.
Yeah, it just reminded me of that. So cool imagery. I've always loved like guys in suits with like samurai swords. I don't know why. I guess it's kind of like guys in suits with Tommy guns, except the eastern side of it, or eastern version of it, right?
I guess. I mean, you got that with Revolver Ocelot and the military garb.
Yeah.
In Metal Gear Solid 2, he has the camo and shit, but he also has a duster, and the boots, and the 6 guns.
Yeah, it's just really cool.
It's a cool dynamic they have.
What do you think a guy would like he would be such a legendary part of the military that they would kind of let him...
Well, like Patton, for instance, in World War II, he carried single-action revolvers, or at least one.
Yeah, like the idea that you can have your own issue kind of thing, you know what I mean?
They have his own, yeah.
My dad told me back in the day it was easier to issue like your preferred type of firearm.
Everything's standardized now. So.
Yeah.
Or has been for years.
You know, and you know what this conversation makes you think of? I think you'd really at least like the art and the idea of it. So do you remember the game Red Steel 1 for the PlayStation? I mean, for the Nintendo Wii? Red Steel. You play as Yakuza-type character, except when you're advertising this game, Ubisoft made it. It had a cool story and stuff like that, but the Wiimote is not one-to-one.
Okay.
And the game was marked in a way where everyone thought that. It sold like crazy, and it got kind of review bombed, by fans, but not necessarily critics. They said it was okay, but fans thought it was terrible because of that one aspect. And then Red Steel 2 came out, and they overhauled the game. They rebooted it. It was like a steampunk Wild Wild West. So you have this faceless character because he's wearing this awesome cowboy getup. He has revolvers, and he also has his fucking samurai sword. And it's like CG. It's got like not Wind Waker art style, but it has like an art style. And it's a completely different story. It's fucking good. Got crazy good reviews. No one bought it.
It sounds like it's a really good game.
I'd show you the fucking art of it. Like, it's real fucking cool. And it didn't sell well because, people hated the first one. Even though That
happened.
Well, they gave Assassin's Creed another chance. They didn't give this game another chance.
I guess it was really bad the first time. Assassin's Creed wasn't terrible the first time.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. I liked it. And then I played the second one and realized how...
They built on that.
Yeah,
they laid a good foundation. Red Steel didn't build a good foundation, evidently.
No, but they completely just changed. Like, it's different characters, different world. It's like a new game. You know what I mean? So, talking about this kind of reminds me of that stuff, and love this show. So, probably see you next time.
Thanks, everyone, for coming back. Like and subscribe. You'll find us somewhere in social media. I believe I've got it down now. It is Instagram and Twitter.
Yes.
Okay.
Twitter.
Tweaking. The birds and tweakers. If you know what you want.
Yeah, so.